I'm Marcus, and in today's video, we're going to go over the 2022 financial goals. What we are going to tell our money to do this year, and as always, it'll listen. Your money listen more than anybody, probably in your family. It is what it is. You can't make people do anything, but your money, you can. If you tell your money what to do and you point it and push it in that direction, it'll do it. So hey, tell them my money, our money. This is what we're doing in 2022. We're going to talk about the financial goals and talk a little bit about the action plan around them and how we plan to accomplish these goals. Now, I know I'm a little bit late. It's like past the middle of January, and I haven't put out my financial goals video, but I actually really wanted to just kind of think about what I wanted to do. And more importantly, I wanted to think about the action plan and the steps to actually get to that goal. Check out the link above. There's a link to a video for the top 3 reasons why people don't achieve their goals. And those are all things that you can control. But for this video, we're going to talk about action plans, all the SMART goal measurable stuff. We ain't going to go too in depth in that because it's boring. But y'all know what SMART goals are. If y'all don't know what SMART goals are, just do a YouTube search. Some high speed person has a video that'll explain it and lay everything out. Let's go ahead and jump on in. The first goal that I have is related to sinking funds. Now, a lot of you, if you've been tuned into this channel for a while, y'all know that my yearly budget is based on getting paid 2 times a month over a 12-month period. There are 2 months in a year where you get that great third paycheck, and on those months, I typically use that money to fund vacations, to fund other things, anniversaries, birthdays, any other thing that I kind of missed and didn't set out an actual budget for. But I thought about it. That's probably not the best way to do it. It's probably easier and makes more sense and less annoying to just have a sinking fund where I allocate a certain amount of money every month that's just going to go in this fund. And this is the vacation fund, this is the anniversary fund, this is the birthday fund, or what have you. Now, I'm not going to have 3 separate accounts for all those funds, or I just don't like to have those many accounts. It bothers me. I'm just going to have one account. I'll put all the funds in there, and I know what I'm allocating per month to vacation, anniversary, birthdays. So that's goal number 1. I'm no longer doing that. I'm no longer not accounting for those extra paychecks that come during the year. I'm going to use a sinking fund so I can plan out the vacation, and we can just put a little bit in every month. That way, when that third paycheck comes, I don't have to worry about taking all of it to fund one big venture, because I've been doing it slowly during the course of the year. So that's number 1. But that's not really a goal. That's just something that I'm doing to adjust how we move with regard to the budget. Speaking of the budget, later on this month I will come out with a new budget video that kind of shows our monthly spending and the breakdown. The only reason I haven't done it yet because it's some moving pieces with regard to the budget. So I want to see how all of the numbers play out first this month before I etch that budget number in stone for the rest of the year. Now, the big bird's eye view, big picture goal that we want to have for our finances is increase our net worth by $250,000. I know that's a bird's eye view. It's a bunch of ways you can do that: by paying debt, by property value increasing. I'm going to break it down as to how we want to have that increase in our net worth, divided amongst different categories: property, investment, and so forth. The reason is because, reason for the $250,000 number, I have a goal that I am trying to reach by the end of calendar year 2023. But in order to reach that goal, I'm gonna need to increase my net worth by $250,000. The other thing that I'm trying to do as I increase my net worth, I don't want it to all be in property appreciation. Even though that is good, it does increase your net worth. I really have a focus on just kind of being liquid, and I want a substantial portion of that to not more than half, but I do want a good portion of that to be liquid in investments, just because I like the liquidity of it. Now, this is kind of how the breakdown is going to go. The first thing that we want and we're hoping for is $100,000 in appreciation in our home and properties. Now, let's talk about this a little bit. I have a residential property. There's another property and some land that's down out in the boonies in the country. When I'm doing my net worth, if you ever seen one of my net worth video, I'll link the latest one above. The property that I have down south, I never really value that property more than what it's at, just because one, I don't have a real appraisal value of that property, so the appraisal that I'm using is really mad old. Two, I don't plan on like selling that property no time soon, so I don't really like to, even though I know the property and the land has increased in value, I like to play it safe and I don't want to overinflate my assets. So I'm hoping that of the $100,000 in appreciation, the vast majority of that can be in our primary residence. So essentially, if we get a repeat of last year, how last year numbers played out with regard to the housing market, I'll be in good position to have that $100,000 increase, with most of those funds being in my primary residence. So that's point number one. We're looking for, of the $250,000 increase that we're looking for in our net worth, we want $100,000 to be in the increase in property assets. $55,000 we want to be from the payoff of debt. Essentially, the only thing that we're looking at, because the only debt we have is student loan and our mortgage on our primary residence. So we're looking at satisfying and paying off the remaining of my student loan this year, which is $45,000, and we're going to pay off $10,000 this year on our mortgage. It may be a little bit more, but on average, if the numbers play out, we'll pay off anywhere between $10,000 to $12,000 on the primary mortgage. Now, paying off the $45,000 of student loans is going to be interesting and probably a challenge, because mathematically we will have to pay about $3,700 a month, which is freaking crazy. But $3,700 a month. As we have it planned out right now, we normally pay between $3,300 to $3,400 a month. So as this month continues and I get some clarity and granularity in the budget, I'm gonna see if there are any places where I can move money, make some adjustments to get that amount up to $3,700. Now I know that's going to be a long shot, but I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to try to get that loan paid off this year, pay off that $45,000 loan remaining on the student loans. It's going to be interesting because at some point this year we're going to have to start repaying on my wife's loan, so that one is going to be interesting to see how it play out. But that's the goal. We want to pay off $55,000 in debt. $45,000 is completely paying off my student loan. The other $10,000 we're attributing to paying off our mortgage on our home during this calendar year. Now, the remaining $100,000 that we have to account for when we look at this overall $255,000 net worth increase is going to be in investments. I'm telling you right now, the market is real bloody, is bleeding red. Everything is down, so it's going to be interesting to see how the market plays out this year. Even though the market is down, we have taken some steps to try to increase our position and our investments with what we invest and how much we invest every month. Essentially, we did get a 2% raise this calendar year. So all we did was with that 2% raise, instead of reallocating that money to debt or doing something else, because at the end of the day, we probably would have ended up spending it on something stupid or eating out, or it probably would have went somewhere else, not the debt. So we decided to, hey, we got a 2% raise. Let's not worry about changing anything drastically in our budget. Let's take this 2% raise and just go ahead and invest that in our monthly investments. That way we can, just keep buying. Even if the market is red, we're buying more, Hopefully the stock market pans out. Essentially, what we're looking at is a 15 to 17% return. If we can get a 15 to 17% return in the market this year, to include with what we are continuously contributing during the course of the year, we should be able to hit that $100,000 in our investment funds. That includes retirement funds and all those other things that we got going on. So that's kind of the goal. Really, our strategy on how we plan on, or how we are looking forward, or how we will increase our net worth by $250,000 to $255,000. We'll be in a great position to hit that goal, have that $100,000 additional in our investment account. Liquidity is important, but overall for the year, increase our net worth by $250,000. that's the game plan. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of detail. So hopefully we hit it. I'll probably do an update every, I don't know, 4 months or something. I try to do updates quarterly, but I probably do it, every 4 months, 3 updates a year. So that way we can just kind of see where we're at, where we're going to have to adjust. Like I said earlier in the video, I will release a video that shows the breakdown of our monthly budget for the year. I just have to wait till this month play out because we got raises, we kind of reallocated some stuff, certain costs increased by a little bit. So I wanted to make sure that the budget numbers are as accurate as possible before I put that information out so y'all can see how we're going to be spending our money every month during calendar year 2022. As always, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Be blessed. Peace. And if you're still tuned into this video, check out the videos on the screen. There's more videos related to our financial freedom journey and what we're learning and talking about finances.